I'm Larry Anglisano from Aviation Consumer here at AirVenture 2025 in Oshkosh at the Mid-Continent Avionics and Instruments and True Blue Power booth with vans. And, you know, we've got some hardware to look at here this year at the show. But before we begin, if you've been even a remote reader of Aviation Consumer, you know that we've reported on maintaining older avionics and autopilots, and we've always found that Mid-Continent Instruments and Avionics has got a good repair shop, quick turnarounds, lots of good overhauls, and good support of older gear. Van, you've got some hardware to show off. Let's get to it.
Well, I appreciate the shout out. Our service business is still very important to us, so love seeing our customers here and talking about service as well, but also the new stuff that we're manufacturing we're very excited about. So this is the newest member of our USB family. This is our TA245. The 45 stands for 45 watts of power. So we've had our TA202s out for quite some time. Those do 15 watts of power. We jumped up to some TA360s that go up to 60 watts, and then we kicked that up to 100 watts of power. We'll talk a little bit more about that. The reason why we're excited about the TA245, especially for the crowd at Oshkosh, is because this is high power, compatible with a 14-volt aircraft and a 28-volt aircraft. So again, this has been great because we had those guys with the lower voltage aircraft that said, hey, we need more power. We love your stuff, we love your lifetime warranty, but we really would like to get more power out of the unit, and your TA360 is only for the high voltage aircraft. So this is kind of our Goldilocks product, right? It's right there in the middle, right there in the sweet spot. We have obviously our C and our A connection. And another cool thing about this that we debuted with the TA245 is what we kind of call a smart halo. So if you see, there's a halo around the A port and the C port. And if I plug in the proper cord for my device, it's kind of hard to see in daylight, but hopefully you're getting some blue there. And then when I plug in my phone, it tells you that it's charging a device by turning to green. So hopefully you caught that green there. If there's ever a fault with the unit, it would turn to yellow. And when I unplug, it'll go back to blue to tell you that there's not a device plugged in. So really kind of a cool feature that our engineers added while we were moving into that mid-power technology.
What else?
So on the USB note, we also, with the 100 watts that I mentioned, we're able to power Starlink mini systems. So that's been a big customer request, very popular at this show, very popular with customers even outside this show. So people are putting Starlink mini Wi-Fi antennas into their aircraft. And right now, or before we were able to get our 100 watt compatible with the Starlink minis, they would have to have an external battery pack, right? So then you have to make sure your battery pack is charged. You got to make sure you don't forget it. You got to make sure it's got enough power to give you Wi-Fi for your full flight. What we did is we tweaked our 100 watt USB to be compatible with the Starlink mini system, to be compatible with a USB-C to barrel jack cable, and be able to power Starlink mini in flight from your ship power. So that was a really good job by our engineers to take our existing 100 watt USB. We tested it with the Starlink system and said, yep, this is compatible. It's going to be giving it full juice during flight and ready to power people so they can have Wi-Fi in flight. So we've got a special panel upgrade for our Cirrus customers. We have our SAM standby unit, which is AML STC'd into Cirrus SR-22 aircraft. And we also have that 100 watt USB charging port that I was mentioning. So if a customer has the existing mechanical gauges, and they're ready to upgrade to a digital standby, not to mention add 100 watt USB Starlink power, this is the perfect upgrade for that. We've got pretty aggressive introductory pricing. It's $5,550 for the upgrade, and that gets you everything included, the bolster plate, the USB charger, and the digital standby unit. So that's kind of a best of both worlds. It fits right into where the existing Cirrus bolster plate is on SR-22 models. Other thing we've been excited about is we just announced a partnership with our friends in Germany, Air Avionics. So we are a dealer of their products. They have really nice radios and then really nice transponder sets. So we're a dealer of their products, and we are also their exclusive North American service partner. So like Larry kicked off in the open, we're doing service on Air Avionics products, as well as being able to sell new products.
Yeah, we've got a couple of displays over here. These are map displays?
Yeah.
Air
So
traffic
yeah,
displays?
that's traffic and transponders, and then the radios are outlined by kind of the blue.
So what devices can you connect to these for pictorial traffic?
Yeah, so they can connect to Trig units, they can connect to Garmin units, so they do the ADS-B in and out if they're connected to some of the other other OEM units.
And what are these remote boxes?
So the remote boxes power the displays. What's really cool about this system, it's kind of a building block system. So the displays are actually the same for either unit, and then you just plug these boxes into the back of either display. And for some of the displays, you can do a combination and do the traffic and the radio in a single unit.
How do you install them? Are they on an STC or a TSO or what?
Right now, they're just experimental. They have an eTSO in Europe, and as Air Avionics is launching into the US market, they'll be going for TSO here and then also adding STC. So right now, just experimental to kick off and get the partnership out in front of everybody at Oshkosh, but more great things to come from them as well.
Yeah, so these are available in two versions. This is a 2-inch, basically a clock mount.
Right.
And this is a full 3 ATI?
Yep.
Or 3-inch?
Full 3-inch.
Full 3-inch
3 and an
instrument.
eighth. Yep.
3 and an eighth.
And then we don't have it in the booth, but they also have a portable as well. So they have this nice little portable that you can mount in the panel, or you can just have elsewhere. You can put it in a pedestal or something like that as well. So they have 3 different form factors right now, traffic and radio, and then working on new products as well coming out next year.
Good. Where can they find out more about Mid-Continent Instruments in general and more on this Air Avionics gear?
Yeah, so definitely the best place to find us is mcico.com. It's got all of our True Blue products as well as our service offerings. We just got the Air Avionics stuff up there as well. And then on the Air Avionics, they have their website as well at Air Avionics.
Van, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Larry. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And you've been watching continuous AirVenture 2025 coverage here from Fire Crown. For Aviation Consumer, I'm Larry Angelsano. Thanks for watching.